Hi Libra, I hope this finds you guys really well. I'm going to be doing a different kind of bonus spread. I had over 100 requests in my email from subscribers requesting what are they thinking of me spread, and it's not what they did. It's just simply people wanting some direction. I understand it around the holidays about how this person in your energy field is thinking about you. So this is specifically for that. General messages, if these don't resonate with you guys, the messages cannot resonate with everyone. So if it's not your message, it's not your message, no big deal. But check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and if you know your placements, check out what sign is on your 7th house, and just know that sign is really the most compatible with you. All right, so we're going to be pulling a Lover's Oracle first. I love these cards, but at the same time, I struggle because they're heart-shaped, and as super cute as they are, they're really impossible to shuffle. So I'm going to have to look away to pull this crowning, but then we're going to be doing Island Time Wellness to get a few more messages from the oracles, and then we'll pull the tarot to get some explanations, and at the end we'll pull a Healing Yourself reading card, okay? All right, so let's see what we get. I'm looking away, so forgive any sloppiness. Any possible sloppiness here. The heart shape ends up in like a circle when we shuffle. So, okay. So I'm just going to pull this top card. I'm looking away. Now I'm looking down. I feel like, I wonder if, I'm trying to remember if some, oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I'm sorry, I thought another sign got this. All right, Libra, this says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Nice. Okay, let's see what we get from these. Okay, that one will come out. Let's pull 3 of these cards. This will just be like what they're thinking, how they're feeling, and then we'll pull some tarot for additional messages. There's a messiness to this energy. Messy. Okay. All right, I'm just going to pull. Let's turn them over and see what we have. Hammer, Paradise, the Grim Reaper. Oh boy, okay. So we're just going to read what's here. This is how they're feeling. They're feeling that the relationship is over. They're feeling no second chances are possible. They're feeling that they want to grow and transform their life. Right? They believe that there was an energy here of sabotage. Lots of interrogation here. Repetitive behaviors, things that were persistent. This constant working on it energy. But right now they're in a space of just wanting happiness and playfulness and an energy where they feel like they can enjoy each other. But I feel like this is with a heavy heart. Because whenever I get the paradise energy, maybe that's a Freudian slip. But whenever I get the paradise energy, justice, it's typically like the wanting to move it into this space because they're heartbroken and they know that they can't have it in this relationship. So in their mind, this is about life being a constant shifting of cycles. And when we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life, creating unnecessary stress. So this tells me that there is the ending of a cycle and that they're acknowledging that they need to go with the flow. Hoping that it leads them to this paradise. Because for some reason they feel like your relationship is just not capable of having any second chances here. 2 Pentacles. So the Justice card is about fairness and karma, Libra. Right? This is you. And I actually feel, okay, Libra, let me tell you what I'm getting. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me think about how I'm going to say this because I want you guys to follow my thinking. So this is telling me, Libra, that something happened in your relationship that was unfair. And you were in a space of requiring fairness, where you were calling them out on something or bringing something to light that you were very unhappy about within your relationship. And that made them very uncomfortable. Four of Cups energy is about restlessness. It's about disappointment. And it's about, on the surface, saying, if this person, if Libra doesn't do A, B, and C, or if they don't stop doing A, B, and C, I'm just not staying. But underneath that, and those of you who've been watching me know, I think the Four of Cups is one of the most powerful minor arcanas because it's so layered. It's a very textured energy. So on the surface, it's where we say, yeah, they're doing A, B, and C, and I don't want to deal with them. But then what they're not looking at is underneath that, what is motivating them to say that? Where are they deflecting the truth? Where are they not looking at their own hurts or their own scars from the past? Where are they maybe sabotaging themselves? Is it the kind of thing where they feel like, even though they love you and they want you, they end up pushing you away. They end up sabotaging it. And they end up saying that they feel very justified when really they don't. And that right there is what fear of intimacy means. And real fear of intimacy, people throw that term around a lot. But fear of intimacy truly is the fear of, you have to mix in the fear of abandonment with that. You really do, okay? And with that comes this idea of, you know, wanting to kind of wheel their own ego, wheel their own needs, wheel their own perspective on how things should be. And if things don't meet a certain criteria, which that criteria could actually change. Maybe they'll want you to be one way one day and another way another day. But it's because they're not that footed in their own sense of self. And this is me, I'm not throwing shade on anyone. This is the nature of the human condition. All right, none of us are perfect. And depending on what this person had going on in their earlier life, this is where we gain our conditioning from. I'm not saying this is in any way to create an excuse for any sort of unfair behavior that you feel took place. I'm not. There's a big difference between accepting unfair behavior and understanding it, understanding why it's happening. And sometimes understanding actually helps us heal from things and move on. But I definitely get this. Right? I definitely get this. Then we have this Two of Pentacles energy, which is about them feeling confused. And you know why they're feeling confused? Because of this Four of Cups energy. I mean, this is confusing. It's like on the surface, well, they're doing A, B, and C wrong, so I can't be with them. But then underneath it, it's like, oh, but you know what? Maybe it's not really even them. Or maybe it's partially them, but partially me. But it's definitely not all them. And I don't know. And I don't, you know, why am I here on this hamster wheel with them, on this relationship? Obviously, I still love them. I still want, you know, and it's this kind of confusion. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? If you're in no contact, should I reach out to them? Shouldn't I? Am I going to end up back on the same hamster wheel? You know, where does it all fit in? And the Knight of Cups is just about not feeling willing to open their heart. So, to be honest with you, I feel like this person's in a space of really not wanting to open up, not wanting to see the reality of the entire situation for the truth that it really does require. Because, guys, the bottom line is, and this is even for you cross watchers, right? Let's just say one of you did something profoundly hurtful to the other. I mean, really the epitome of betrayal. You cheated on them, you stole money, you lied, maybe like, you know, one of you guys were married. I mean, just whatever profound, okay? But the bottom line is it takes two to be in a relationship. And what is it about bad situations and bad energies that make us feel comfortable being there? And it really is about us needing to really understand that about ourselves. Why do we so easily put the blinders on? You know? Why do we accept behavior that's less than kind and less than fair when we know it, we see the red flags, but we're in it anyway? You know? We're in it anyway. But I feel like this is somebody who's just not wanting to admit their own stuff. Libra, I do have to tell you that. I do. And I see there is a lack of self-introspection here. There just is. And I'm not going to call anybody, you know, the NPD word, right? The N word, the narcissistic personality disorder, whatever. But there is some value in understanding the qualifications that make that up, right? The non-qualifications. You only have to have 5 to be considered diagnosed with NPD. But that doesn't mean that if you have any of the other 4, it's not hurtful. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there's this idea of them not wanting to actually see their role in this situation. And you really demanding justice and them just not wanting to see it. See the truth is what I meant. And because of that, they don't want to look at the truth. So they're not willing to open up. That's why they want to just move on. They want to move to a happier place. This is uncomfortable for them. You're uncomfortable for them, Libra. You make them look at themselves. That's very uncomfortable. Interesting. You make them uncomfortable. All right, there I say this is a soul connection then, because when we feel uncomfortable with the people, it's like, ooh, you're going places you shouldn't be going in my soul, and, you know, really making us look at ourselves. This is what I'm feeling. This person is thinking about you, right? Let's see what other information we can get. Let's get some information on this 4 of Cups. Swords. They're feeling... I mean, they're feeling very... All right, let me just pull some cards. Yeah, they're not wanting to take the chance here. I do feel is like the Wheel reverse and the Knight of Wands reverse. There's just a lack of motivation. And I feel like they were very much in the space of self-imprisonment. But in the reverse, this does indicate that there's this haunting about it, okay? It's the 8 of Swords is it does indicate that the idea of self-imprisonment inside one's own mind, right? So there are these circular thoughts going on in their mind for sure. They're bordering on the idea of almost obsessive circular kind of thinking. And there's a great passion about this. This is deeply bothering them, but at the same time there's this lack of willingness, this lack of wanting to take the chance, even though they know that you are their wish fulfillment. So, Libra, I do feel whoever you're here with, whoever's on your heart, is really, there's self-sabotage going on here for sure. Them not wanting to see their part and their role in something, even though knowing that you are their wish fulfillment. You are the paradise. You're right in front of them. You're right there. It's everything that they want. But they want to run away. They want to make believe this is a cycle when it's really... It really doesn't need to be. It could be a cycle that was unhealthy that's over, and let it go into a healthier cycle. So more anxiety. I mean, there's a lot of anxiety here. This is very, very interesting to me. So we have the Emperor energy, which is, you know, it's the Narcissist card in the reverse. It definitely is, you know, it's just this idea of, you know, somebody who doesn't have empathy, who is acting less than moral, lots of deflection, gaslighting, you know, could be emotional abuse. It's just any of that low vibrant energy, but it's powerful, right? Because the Emperor is very powerful. And the 9 of Swords is just like the 3 a.m. card. This is the anxiety card. This is like anxiety. This is depression. This is circular thinking. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles where they just keep telling them, so yeah, but this, if I stay in this situation, I'm not going to get what I need. I'm not going to get what I need. But yet they still want this new beginning with you. There's still a willingness to have this beginning. This is somebody who's not in touch with themselves, Libra. I am so sorry they're not. They're not. It's this self-sabotaging behavior. They're not making good choices right now, and they have a lot of anxiety, and they're probably making the poor choices because of the level of anxiety, because in their mind they're trying to convince themselves that they're not going to have what they need with you if you move forward, but at the same time they want this new beginning with you. Yeah, all right, listen, let's see what's up. Get some more messages here. Yes, no, will this person reach out to Libra? Will Libra and this person make an attempt to reconnect? Not honoring reversals. Will Libra and this person make an attempt to reconnect? Yeah. Okay. What's necessary for this connection to happen? 4 energies, please. What's necessary for this connection to happen? You got a lot to talk about. You got a lot to talk about if this is going to work, Libra. You got a lot to talk about. 2 of Swords. You guys have to admit where you are feeling, both of you, I feel like are feeling very conflicted about at cross purposes with yourselves. Both with yourselves, inside yourselves, and with each other. Admit that you're at cross purposes with yourself. You're not seeing eye to eye on things. You're realizing in the relationship where things were not handled very morally. That feeds right into the 3 of Cups reverse, which is about irresponsible partying, irresponsible flirtation. This is irresponsible anything that would impact the heart space. This could even involve money. Just irresponsible behavior that would impede your ability to have a celebration and victory within your relationship. And the shadow side is the devil energy. So this is recognizing where is the devil energy present in your relationship? Is there addiction that's needing to be dealt with, having to do with drugs, alcohol, food, sex, money, low vibrational thinking, addicted to negative thinking, right? All of these things need to be talked about. They all need to be talked about. Negative behavior needs to be talked about and discussed and really put out on the table. Yeah. In order for this wish fulfillment to, because the 8 of Pentacles is about building to that wish fulfillment, right? 9 of Pentacles is the wish fulfillment. 8 of Pentacles is like, okay, we have everything that we need. Our communication is on point. We have the resources we need on our point. We have the willingness. We're doing well. We're putting in the work, and we're on our way. We're on our way. It's a process. We're on our way. But in order for this process to happen, you guys have to be doing some heavy, because these are heavy topics to be talking about. Heavy. Yes, no. Will Libra and this person be working it out once they reconnect? Will this relationship last? Yes, no. I'm not honoring reversals. Three of Swords. That would be a no card. So Libra, for many of you, I feel like you're going to end up back in a cycle again with this person. If you guys are in no contact, I feel like you're going to get in contact with them again. And you're going to have all kinds of conversation about who did what wrong, you know, all of that. I feel like there's a lot of negative energy here, though, in this union, I do have to tell you. And while you guys really want to build something together and you want to move forward, all of these things are just really not able to come with you. It's like sometimes, guys, once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you just can't put it back in again. Well, that's always, right? But sometimes the things are just that way, where it's that painful or that wrong or that bad, you know? Yeah, okay. So, Libra, I'm sorry if you guys were wanting to have this situation work out with this person, but, you know, sometimes it's just accepting and moving on is just the best answer. And healing, and then just opening up to meeting somebody new, you know? Although the thought of that can be very like, ugh, you're kidding, I don't want anybody, right? once you go through something that's really heady and emotional like this, because I feel like it was certainly very heady and emotional for you guys. Some of you guys might just want to be just taking a chill pill by yourself, doing some nice things for yourself, some nice things maybe around the holidays that you feel like people you care about, Okay, self-love. This is a beautiful healing card for you, Libra. Take time out to get to know yourself and what works for you in this particular cycle of your life. Because some of the biggest obstacles to self-love are self-criticism and perfectionism, which ends up leading where, right? To harsh judgment of yourself, closing down. This can even create illness. Have you ever been trying to compete with others, like get approval from people maybe in your family, or simply pushing yourself too hard because you have like a certain picture of how it should be? If this rings true for you, right, you need to soften and start listening to your body. Focus on keeping your heart open. Practice acknowledging and recognizing the good in yourself and others. As this energy asks you to breathe love in and out every moment of the day, and just ask yourself, what changes do I need to make my daily routine so that love can enter through every breath, every action, every relationship that I engage in? Really opening yourself. You have to choose, though, to do this. Remember, we're energetic beings, right? The energy is not going to come and pull us off the couch. You have to make the choice to open your heart through softness, through deep breathing, relaxation, movement, finding beauty in nature, in your home, even in your pain. Where are the lessons to be learned? In your love, and any love that you have in your life. In your sadness, in your prayers, in your meditation, keep your heart open even though it makes you feel so vulnerable and so exposed. And really let this be your week to be the opportunity to learn and receive. So anytime anyone says something nice to you or offers you help, take a deep breath, thank them, and accept. You need to find something loving or nurturing to do for yourself. This could be go get a massage, some sort of healing treatment, a movie with a friend, or even it's just sitting and staring at a candle for 10 minutes and breathe deeply and focus on the flame and allow yourself to enter that space of meditation and acceptance. And every time you look in the mirror, remind yourself how lovable you are. Do this every day. Do this every day until you believe it. Every day. Libra, thank you so much for joining me. That's what I have for you. Until next time.